Welcome to my third ever Talk to Me Tuesday. It has been an interesting week. Not a very crafty week, and right now I just need to pause and say that I think I've already said 3 times. It's embarrassing. I apologize. I will work on that. My theater teacher from high school would be appalled. So, I have today to show you not a whole lot of original crafts, just because it's been a busy week with school, and I hoped that I was going to start on the quilt this weekend, but it did not happen. And I'll tell you why in a second, because it was wonderful things that kept me from doing it, but still. So I don't have a whole lot of new things to show, but I thought that I would take this opportunity to show off some crafts that friends had made for me, because I have some really amazing and really creative and crafty friends. I don't have a lot of stuff to show off today, but I have some little things. I know last week when I showed my Harry Potter things, I wanted to show, one of the things I'm going to show you, I was going to show at the end of that video, but it got so long and I felt really bad, so I cut it out, but I really wanted to show that off this week because I love it and I wore it on Valentine's Day. So let me just start, because I feel like I'm not making any sense. So the reason why I didn't get much crafting done this weekend is because one of my friends, Mad-Eye, came down this weekend to visit, and we went to go see a production of In the Heights, which is a Tony Award-winning Broadway show that came here to Charlotte. I had seen it on Broadway, and it was amazing, and I got tickets for the tour that was coming through town for Christmas, and I had 2 tickets, and so I was really lucky to be able, that she was free for the weekend, and she came down to see it with me, and so that's what I've been doing this weekend. So I've gotten very little crafting done. We also have family coming down to visit this week, so it's been a lot of cleaning and a lot of just getting things ready. So sadly I have not very much to show for myself, but big plans. I'm hoping to start on the quilt for my friend this week, and I'm still kind of debating on what kind of pattern I want to use. My quilting skills are next to none, so they will be, it's going to be a really simple design, but I'm thinking some kind of maybe diamond pattern. I don't know. So hopefully I'll have some progress to show next Tuesday, at least pieces cut out, I hope. But, whatever. We'll see what happens there. Not sure. I think it's because I was watching Talk to Me Tuesday videos during my planning period at school on Friday. Just because once my 3rd period leaves, yeah, there's so much work that I need to be getting done, but I just need a break. So sometimes I'll go onto YouTube and I'll look up Twilight parodies. I showed my kids the Hillywood show this week. It was, long story, we were studying parodies, and so I got to show off the Hillywood show, and it was interesting. Story for another time. So I guess I was really inspired. This Friday, I came home and was cleaning and getting some work done, but that night I just wanted to chill. I popped in the film Princess Mononoke, which is a good film, haven't watched it in a while, and I decided that I wanted to try crocheting. I know some of you, I spoke with at least 1 or 2 people through the comments on one of my posts from last week or the week before that I tried crocheting, and that I went to one of HP5 Freak's workshops at Terminus a couple summers ago, and I was pretty hopeless. So I still have the crochet hook that she gave me while I was at that workshop, and I had some spare yarn sitting around, so I logged onto YouTube, looked at a couple tutorials, and I gave it a try. It was interesting, so I'm going to show you what that looked like. So, this is my first attempt at crocheting, and the lighting is really bad in this room, so let me see if I can put this up in front of the camera and get a better shot. Wow, that glare. Oh, okay, alright, it's a little better. It's really tiny. It's pretty crappy. If you look down here, I don't know, probably made a mistake when I was casting on. Do you call it casting on when you crochet? I'm not really sure. But if you can see, it got a little bit straighter as I was going along, and I'm kind of getting the hang of it. I don't know. I just wanted to see if I could do it before I tried to do anything more complex. And it was fun. I know for sure that I don't hold the crochet hook the right way when I'm working. It's the same for knitting, and I don't really know how to improve my craft posture, but it's definitely not ideal. But I'm proud of myself because I've never crocheted before. I always knit, and so this is fun, and it gives me, some variation. And I have plans. I'd love to do blankets. I would love to knit like some small blankets. I've got some, friends with babies, and I would love to make little babies blankets. But with knitting, it's difficult because I don't knit in the round. And with knitting, there's only so many stitches you can fit onto one needle. But with crocheting, you're not limited by how large your needle is. You can just kind of go for it and do whatever, which I like. So, whatever. Any tips are certainly more than welcome. And, so I'll probably keep crocheting on that for a little while and just see if I can get a regular, see if I can at least get my stitches looking regular and get attention that I like before I try anything, by way of an actual project. So that's just going to be, I don't know what it'll turn into. Maybe I'll make a scarf out of it. I don't know. So there's that, and that was fun. And that is just some yarns that I've had sitting around for ever. I've had it probably for years, and it's just basic acrylic yarn, not very comfy, but good for trial and error. And I have here, I've got the program. This is the show that we went to this weekend in the Heights. It is, oh my God, it's amazing. In the Heights is a show about a barrio in New York City, and there is a place called Washington Heights in New York City. Whether it's anything like it's portrayed in the musical, I don't know. I've not been. But it's a beautiful show, and it's awesome because it's this mixture of rap and hip-hop and, kind of like classic Broadway ballad, and the dancing is incredible. I wish so much that I could have taken my students to see this. I'm teaching literacy this semester with a lot of English language learners, probably about 95% of my students this semester are English language learners, and this we're just looking at the cast biographies. There's a section that has the headshots for all the characters, and I was just sitting there before the show and just thinking that it would have been an incredible thing just for my students to see all of the Hispanic names in this playbill, because I don't know that my kids really have a lot of role models, at least in this capacity. There's some hip hop Hispanic artists, and there are not that there's not Hispanic role models. I'm not making myself very clear, but just something that's wildly popular that really portrays life for first generation and second generation immigrants to this country who are making their way in a place like New York City. I think would have been really neat for them. So maybe someday. Kind of upset about that, but it was an amazing show, and I'm so excited that I got to see it. One of the best Christmas presents ever. One of my students from last semester, who is not in my class any longer, but I still see her all the time. She's always on the hall, and she says hi to me every day. She got into origami last semester, and she made me a little bunny rabbit, which is at school, but on Friday, after a particularly awful third period, she walked by my classroom, and she was like, "Miss Ryder, here, this is for you." I was like, "Oh, thank you, Tina. What is it?" And it was this little origami note, and it says "Great Teacher," and it's like it has a little palm leaf on it. I don't think there's anything inside. It's just, it's just paper, but it's so cute, and she's so thoughtful. And it's little things like this, especially after really horrible classes like the one I had third period that day, that give me hope that maybe my time teaching is not completely in vain. I didn't do a whole lot with Valentines this year. I did send some out, and they were fun. They were Harry Potter Valentines that I got at the dollar store, and they had bookmarks in them. What better way for a Valentine than to include a bookmark? And I got 2 Valentines this year, one from one of my college professors and one from my friend Mad Eye. And she said she found these. She had these sitting around forever, and she found them, and she sent some of them out for Valentine's Day. This is a Dumbledore Valentine, and it says, "There's only one word for a teacher like you." And then inside it says, "Amazing." And there's a little note. I laughed when I got this. It is awesome. I love it. Oh, Dumbledore. He's a BAMF. He is a major BAMF. So, yeah, that was fun. So it's been a good week. For my Decades Day, I wore my Renaissance outfit that I wore to the Renaissance Fair this year, and I will insert a picture of that right here. So the kids had a lot of fun making fun of me in my outfit, and what can I say? I enjoy being eccentric, but it was fun. I liked wearing a lot, and we definitely had visitors at our school that day, and the principal was walking by with one of them while I was out in the hallway, and so it was fun. I'm not sure if that helped my reputation as a teacher or hindered it, especially since I'm looking for a job for next year. Dunno, but we'll see. So this has already gone on long enough, and I hope you all have a fantastic week. Next week I'm probably going to show off some of the teddy bears that I've made over the years. I made quite a few of them. They're fun. They're easy. So there's that to look forward to. And I hope you all have a fabulous week. Keep crafting, be happy, stay warm, love life. Carpe diem. Bye!